I'm that girl who's still processing that very epic session and working through what else they want us to understand and unpack as we are wanting to apply and comprehend and have the bigger perspective of what's going on and why. And so it's still so much. So once we can understand why the big high dimensional being of source as we perceive it can't come down, or God can't down to save us, to tell off the naughty kids for all of the density and the pollution and all of the mischievous things that have been going on this planet. It was always supposed to be us here on the earth living these lifetimes that were supposed to hold people accountable and not wait for God or source or whomever you are expecting to come and kind of seek justice and serve justice on those who sort of needed to grow a moral compass. We were all supposed to hold each other accountable because we're all having these experiences. And it seems like we disempower ourselves by giving our power away to some degree, because we forget that we are very powerful. We are part of source. We are all one. And we have got voices, and we can hold people accountable, and actually be able to have a higher moral compass and say, I don't know if I believe in certain set hidden agendas or narratives that truly don't serve us. But it's our delivery always that will be listened to or respected to by others. If we're more aggressive, if we're passionate about something, but really hyped up and accusatory, and it can, our passion can be misheard and misconstrued in many ways. And I think most of us have found that out, especially when we suddenly find some truth that feels so deeply resonating with us. We want to get t-shirts, and we want to get billboards, and we want to share it with the world, this big truth, because it's just so helpful and profound and extraordinary to get these metaphysical perspectives. So it's exciting, right? And our awakening has looked like so many different things. And we've all got our own journeys, and we've all had our own experiences and stepping stones to get to where we are now. And as I'm reflecting back on that epic session, that really profound session, they were sort of mentioning right from the beginning that, they acknowledged that I had asked them if some big influences could have some profound things happen to really get people's attention. And at that point, they were like, nah, don't need to do that, because everyone physically is going to experience something, and it's going to wake up their moral compass to the other agendas, right? And we weren't supposed to be victims to any medical stuff truly. It was about us sharing our truths and actually coming together and sharing our feelings and thoughts. And they sort of wanted us to know someone within our lives or in our communities or in our workplaces that had a reaction, to be able to honor them, not heal them, but help them and trust them and respect them and respect. We know our bodies. And when we're trying to ascertain what's going on with our bodies, sometimes we can be a bit, I don't know, let's run to the doctor and find out what they say. But when we sort of realize that there is not a true honesty, integrity, and agenda with that industry, with much love and respect to those doctors that I know are, we can't say all doctors, we can't say all nurses, we can't say all reptilians, we can't say all, of anything. It's never going to be the case, right? But we love to be sort of dramatic, and we love to sort of over exaggerate on certain things. So this is why we need to be acutely aware of the true information, the accurate information that the teams are saying through sessions. However, of course, there's always going to be some little misspoken, something that actually wasn't exactly what they were saying. So that's why you can hear them sort of sometimes repeat the same thing, but in a different perspective and angle. And, we really need to tap into them ourselves to figure out, expand upon that concept. I need to understand that concept. And they will give it to us. Absolutely. They'll give it to us. So it's exciting times as many people are doing their inner work enough to be able to reach some really high, profound levels of 3D. And that is going to be so fantastic for them. And it was awesome to hear from the teams something I'd never heard before, which was about how we all, in our life contracts, we wanted to experience the full range of stuff, but we kind of got really stuck on the lower density experiences. And we're supposed to come here to feel all the range of feelings and experiences. And some of us haven't even started feeling the higher frequencies of what 3D is capable of. Because, there's a whole lot of other factors, not just because of our lack of willingness to seek out the true meaning of life and to feel the profound upliftment of sense of self. But the density is a huge factor, and a lot of our perceptions are limited, so we can't let go of a lot of stuff that no longer serves us. Whether we have been sort of pushed around by the world, or to teach us how to empower ourselves. But if we don't have that full self-empowerment, we still can't attain a higher frequency of high vibrations. So it's fantastic that they are wanting everyone to be really focused on what they came here to be and what they came here for and what they came here to feel. So exciting times. So what they did want to sort of talk about is forgiveness. That's a huge one, because when we're still looping over what so-and-so said to us 27 years ago, we're defining ourselves, we're limiting ourselves because we're angry, potentially, we're hurt, potentially, and we've got a whole lot of this not letting go. And they kind of made this really big statement of don't take things personally. You're here to personally experience things, to feel things, but don't, like, if it happened yesterday, grow from it and expand upon it. And we seem to hold on to things that happened so long ago, and it sort of is robbing us from empowering ourselves today and tomorrow. And it's kind of like how they say, don't buy into future fears. And it's almost like stop holding on and re-looping past pain. Because all pain, like emotional and physical pain, has always been the significant purpose of empowerment to self, to feel that horrible experience and to know what it feels like to have that horrible experience and work hard to never have to experience that again. And then if other people experience something similar, we've got that instant connection. Oh yeah, I've been there, done that. And so we get to support and to connect and to acknowledge, our own personal journeys, our own lessons. I understand, I've been there myself, I fully get it. It's challenging, blah, 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 blah. Instant connection, because we have lots of things in similarities, even though we live in different countries, and we could be different genders and we could be different ages, blah, 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 blah. Those range of emotions that we feel are universal, right? I mean, we may call it something different. We may try to express it something different. We may react to it differently. But when you look at the core of our range of emotions, we're all very identical. We may not be able to acknowledge that, but love is love, anger is anger, sorrow is sorrow. But again, the full range of the emotions versus the full range of vocabulary and the full range of awareness of what we're feeling, what the label is, and how to explain it, so we all can recognize instantly. And this is why they sort of are wanting us to really feel into each other rather than take each other for face value. Oh, I'm fine. Oh yeah, I'm having a great day, thanks. You're lying to each other if you're sort of saying that. So, push people. Oh, you really fine? I'm just feeling like you're a little bit down today. What's happening? None of my business. It's nothing personal, none of my business. But if you wanted to let me know what's really going on for you, I'm here for you, my friend. I love you. Because sometimes we know our friends are just in that routine of, yeah, everything's fantastic, living my best jazz hands life. They're trying, they're faking it until they're making it, but they're just not able to make it, because you can't fake through it. You can't fake this. You can't fake empowerment of self. And so again, we don't need to know the answers and solutions to their problems, but we can love them. We can hear them. we can listen to them, we can respect them, 100% respect them, have empathy for them, have compassion for them. And you know the difference between empowering people and disempowering people, and empowering people. Huge differences, right? And so such an important time. We're here for the people. We are the people. We're here for the people. We're here for it. You know, we're here for it. And so many people are distracted from, you know, getting nest eggs and working hard to get up that corporate ladder. Okay, that's all cute and all, but are you still loving everyone as you are in that rat race? Are you still respecting each other at a profound rate? Are you still respecting people who have different pay incomes as you? Do you still respect people who have different education backgrounds as you? Do you still see difference of yourself to others? And if so, how? Because this may be the key for you to be able to finally empower yourself to realize where you're sticking at. We can be proud of our hard work. We can be proud of our achievements. But just because they were our achievements and our hard work doesn't mean that others that we perceive to be beneath us because they don't have the same education as us, that may not have been their life purpose. We have to respect all life contracts. We have to respect all life purposes. And as we are doing that, we are also making people responsible for their choices and their life contracts, because you can feel when someone's not on their true path and calling. You can tell they're so discombobulated within themselves. They're so frustrated. They're so panicky searching because they know something isn't quite right with them. Their perspective is not right. Their focus is not quite right. It's not soul-fulfilling. And so they're in a bit of a tizzle. A tizzle, if that's a word. And potentially it's not. And I'm going to be okay with that. So another thing that they were mentioning is about, you know, how we would perceive, you know, naughty murderers, shameful, how dare they be, the devil, you know, and again, because of all of the experiences that have occurred on this planet, there is that fun thing of karma. And while they don't truly condone death in terms of a murder as such, they, you know, they're not saying, hey, we're sweet with you guys murdering people, awesome, do it. That's not what they're saying. And I hope that you really pay attention to what they truly are saying, which is there is life contracts here. And the fun thing with physical lives is that you get to experience all the physical things, to feel all the physical things. And so when you are a light being, when you're source, you don't physically die when you're source. You don't have a body to depart. So when you have lifetimes where you have the physical bodies, let's make it fun. Let's work with it, right? Let's make it dramatic. Let's make it sad. Let's make it dramatic. You know, like we all get creative in our life contracts. And my final farewell to the play of me being Joanne will be X, Y, and Z, right? So we usually have fun with it when we're organizing it at soul level, because, you know, we go out in a bang, or we go out to impact others, to trigger others, to inspire others. Super purposeful. So this is always a taboo subject matter for so many people, because they still want to have judgment on it, and they still don't want to see it from the bigger metaphysical perspective, which is abortions. Right? It always feels like, oh God, they're talking about death again. No, I'm out. I'm not interested. I do not want to grow. I do not want to know the metaphysical perspective of it. And so again, it's about experiences. You know, there's some really strong religious beliefs in it. There's some really strong metaphysical perspectives of it. And then there's, you know, a whole lot of feelings and emotions in between. And those feelings and emotions in between can be quite novel for that soul, because I've never had the opportunity to experience it beforehand. Sure, they may have had heaps of lifetimes here, but this is the lifetime that they wanted to experience that. They wanted to feel that. And we could say that about everything that we've chosen and been pushed into experiencing, you know, with our free will. Our guides are pretty forceful. They're doing their job. They know exactly what's in our life contract. And you could hear it very clearly that they are very focused now. They're going to go through everyone's life contracts with a fine tooth comb, basically, and going to be auditing what are you experiencing, what are you distracting yourselves with, and what is truly left on your dance card of life experiences and feelings. So very, very, very purposeful. So please listen back to that session again. The last one from Conversations with Heaven on Earth. There is so much to it. You know, it basically summarizes the whole principles and purposes of life here on Earth, the significance of why we're here. Of course, things have got way out of control, way out of hand, but fantastic, right? That we get to feel all of that. And this is why it's kind of been left to be allowed to be such a, you know, special advanced experience. But it's well orchestrated, and while they are still quite amused and bemused with how humanity is like behaving and reacting and responding to certain things they should have fully woken up to now, the feelings that everyone gets as you are half awakening and fully awakened, and then you still see, like, this is the big challenge, isn't it, for us to be fully awakened and still love those sleepyheads, those really dense, really hurt people who haven't understood that everything that they're doing, they're projecting and pulling onto themselves to be able to stop them from looping, stop them from playing with the dense emotions, to start respecting their bodies, start respecting their mindsets, and start respecting themselves and others. So anyway, so much to be said still to unpack that profound session. So I hope you're still enjoying fully when you choose to deeply relax into the body, holding no tension in your minds, holding no tensions in your physical bodies, and get into that real profound sense of balance and neutral for you to have inner peace. You're training for something big, my friends. You're training to be able to master and cope being on the old earth. So you can practice now, or, start applying it then. There's still so much time and experiences to be had, to be felt. So remember, time is an illusion. So whatever that means to you, but all is well. So enjoy, 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 and see what you're trying to do to empower yourselves for your practicing of how you would be able to master and cope with living and experiencing and feeling the old earth.